Bella. Welcome to Bella Uncinetto. I'm Christina, and I'm so glad that you're with me today. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. No matter how long you've been here, I always appreciate your time. Again, my apologies for the video quality. I have obviously filmed this on the same day as I filmed the other one, so things haven't changed. I'm still having camera issues because it was literally 5 minutes ago. But I wanted to try to put some things together because, as you know, let me take this out. This is my battery pack. As you know, I am going to be teaching some crochet classes, and I wanted to get some yarn together. So I have some yarn already balled up, some scraps, but I have a couple of skeins here that I thought we could ball up together and just maybe chat for a little bit. So I do have some here that I have ready to go. These are scraps that were sent to me by some of my wonderful yarny friends to use for my classes. And then I do have my hooks here ready to go for when I'm just taking this bag with me. So I'm filming this on Sunday, but you will see this after my class has already happened. You won't see this until Wednesday. So these are the 5.5 millimeter. Yeah, these are the 5.5 millimeter hooks. I don't have this many people taking the class, but I want to have my bag just in the car, and ready to go. Because when I go to work, I thought I had them here, but I don't have them here. I thought I had like regular Ziploc bags. And I don't. I have freezer bags, but I use my freezer bags because when I buy big things of meat, I'll separate them and put them in the freezer bag. So I don't want to use the freezer bags. I thought I had regular gallon-sized bags here, but I guess I took them all to work. Anyway, but what I want to do is put a ball of yarn and a hook in a bag so that, this is one of my scraps. This is from the Rosewood Manor mystery thing that I crocheted. But anyway, I have some yarn in here and I have my hooks so that tomorrow when I go to work, I can just put this in my car and then I can get the bags and put them in this bag. That way everything's ready to go. But I wanted to ball up some of this yarn so that I would have it ready for class as well, because I wanted to make sure that I had everything all ready to go. So I thought maybe we could do it together. We could sit and talk while I ball up some of this yarn. So I hope everyone is doing okay. It is getting kind of chilly here. It's not super chilly, but during the day it's beautiful outside, but in the evenings it gets cold really fast. So you have maybe in the 60s, 70s, and then at night it's getting down to right at 32, if not lower. And then when I get up in the morning to get ready for work, I always have to check and make sure that I don't have to go and start the car early for the frost if the windows have iced over. So I know that there was a lady that I'm friends with, she used to work here, work here, like in my house, but she used to work with me, and she retired pretty soon after I got here, actually. That she retired last year in June, and she just posted a picture on Facebook where it was where she was a year ago, like last year in January, February, and then her so her view then and her view now. And her view then was like this beautiful sunset with palm trees and all of that. And then this, the one from recently was just like snow-covered trees and a whole blanket of snow. And they were both beautiful pictures. One of them just looked so much warmer than the other. And I don't mind the cold, honestly. I don't. But it is very expensive here to run gas and such, because I don't have electric heat. I have natural gas, and it comes from the city, so, or the town, and it is expensive. So I run it. I have radiators. I think I've probably said this before, but I have radiators, and I will run them for maybe an hour or two, and then I shut them off. Even if it hasn't warmed up to the temperature that I turn the thermostat to, I turn them off, and then the radiators continue to let off heat for a while. So I've hit a snag. So I'm just trying to get that out. That way. The yarn isn't, there we go. So, but I usually only run them, and there's heaters per floor, but I usually only run it at night once the sun goes down, because that's when it gets really cold. I think that'll make a nice one. And then I only run it on the floor that we're on. So my daughter and I are usually on the same floor. That way we can stay warm. So roll it up like that. Then it stays in this little ball. Sorry if this makes anyone dizzy. I try to do it as quickly as I can, but I didn't want to break out, because this isn't a hank, so I didn't want to break out like the yarn winder or anything, although maybe I could have. I definitely wouldn't have needed my like umbrella thing. I know there's a name for it, but I like to call it an umbrella because it's not a hank. But I could have gotten out like my cake, my ball winder, yarn winder, whatever it's called. But this seemed like it would be more fun to sit here and chit chat with you all, so I can get ready for my classes. So like I said, it's Sunday for me. Sundays is usually my day to get everything done. I don't know about you all. I had kind of a late start because I always tell myself I'm going to get up at the time that I would normally get up, like for work and stuff, and get ready to do all the things that I need to do that day. But that never happens. I'm usually up with the sun because that's when my daughter is up. but I don't necessarily get out of bed. So I was a little lazy today, but I did manage to get all of my laundry done. And then I usually, it's kind of meal prep, but I cook for the week. So I have, most of my proteins. So any meat that I would cook, I cook on Sunday. And I don't necessarily cook. I don't cook 5 meals. So like this week I made chicken because I have eggs and some vegetables. So I'm going to make like chicken fried rice. So I made the chicken in with like Asian spices and such. And then I'll make the rice when it's time to make that meal. And then I also made a meatloaf, which for my daughter and I, that will take us 2 meals, probably, to get through if I don't take some of it for lunch. That'll probably last us 2 meals. And then she is in Girl Scouts, so the day that we have Girl Scouts is usually our eat out night because I don't get finished with work until after 3 o'clock, and then she has her meeting, and then it's like 45-minute drive home because at that point there is traffic. So it is not. I'm not coming after having that long of a day and trying to start cooking anything. So unless it's something we can heat up really fast or, sandwiches or something, I tend not to make anything that night. And we just grab, there is a restaurant near where she has her Girl Scouts. So we will usually during the meeting, I place like a to-go order, and we usually eat dinner in the car. Not gonna lie. So there's that one, and then I have this skein. So we'll see how far we get with this one. I don't know that I would use this one necessarily because it is dark, but we'll ball it up and see where we get with it. It is also kind of a variegated, but even if I ball it up now, maybe someone in my intermediate class might be able to use it. And also, so this month I have, so this Tuesday I have my adult class, and then later on in the month I have my kids class. So we'll see what balls of yarn I'm able to use for the adult class and for the kid class. So it could be that this gets used in the adult class, or maybe I just use it for some kind of, oh my goodness, I use it for some kind of craft or something with my students in my day job. So we'll see, but it's not one, this is one that was in the box. That lady, the wonderful lady from the base area was leaving, and she had taught the knitting classes. So this was one of the skeins in that box. And I think she maybe had tried to use it because there was a big lump on the front of it. And I think that's, maybe she decided she didn't want to use it anymore. And, oh yeah, I can see she cut it somewhere. There's a tie together in there, or maybe that was part of it from the manufacturer, but it doesn't look like a machine knot. It looks like a human made knot, but we'll see. So who knows where this will end up, but it's not something that I would ever use. Yeah, see the way that that's knotted and there's like stuff on the end that makes me think that she cut it for some reason. But it will get used. Not by me, but it will get used. So I hope that your day has been whatever you wanted it to be. Restful, eventful, calm, happy, joyful, all of those things. Whatever you wanted it to be. Today was an okay day for me. It was a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. But it wasn't as bad as some days that I've had. So I'll take it. I will take it. And if you're curious how I'm doing this, so like I'm taking it and I'm wrapping it, but then I'm also, with my fingers, I'm spinning the ball so that it goes in different directions so that it doesn't make one big part. So I'm moving both of my arms, but I'm also spinning the ball with my fingers. Like I might wrap it 3 or 4 times and then I'll spin it a little bit and it'll go in a different direction. That looks about okay there. I'll just clip that off. Throw that in there. Start another one. Yesterday was busy. My Saturday was busy. It is officially Girl Scout cookie season. If you are not in the United States and you don't know anything about Girl Scout cookies, I don't know if that's a blessing or a sadness. I know that other countries have their own versions of Girl Scouts or Girl Guides or something like that. Your country may even participate in Girl Scouts. I know that there have been a lot of posts about cookie sales and all kinds of areas of my life. And it's harder here being on a smaller base, especially because I don't have a significant other to be selling while I'm working or working in an office where they can ask people, or they have like a bunch of military people that they can ask, because I'm with children most of the day, so we're not allowed to ask children if they want to buy cookies. Which I completely understand, because most children would say yes. But they don't have a way to pay for them. So I'm not trying to get anything for my daughter, like a large amount of cookies or anything, just the experience. because this is her first year being in scouting in any form. She watched her brother go through Boy Scouts. He made it all the way to Eagle, and then when we moved, he joined a venturing crew, which was an interesting experience in and of itself because it is a co-ed experience within scouting before Boy Scouts became co-ed. I know it's not called Boy Scouts anymore, but I'm saying before it became what it is now, venturing was always a co-ed part of Scouts, Boy Scouts. And it is youth-led. So you have literally a facilitator. They say that Boy Scouts, once you get past Cub Scouts, is more boy-led or youth-led, but that wasn't always the case. There were some troops that, I saw where they were very heavy-handed with the adult leadership, and others were not. Thankfully, the one that my son was in was pretty amazing. It was big, but it was well run, for the most part. You're never 100% happy with everything, but it was pretty good. And the venture crew was good for him. It was something that, as he got older, right, I could be a little bit more hands-off. He could organize his rides. He could organize someone to come and pick him up and do things. And unfortunately, because of COVID, he wasn't able to do as much. But because it was such a small group and because we mostly met outside, we were able to still meet during COVID. Some of the meetings were virtual, obviously, at first because everything was shut down. But once the guidelines kind of lifted and we did meet outside, we would meet at a park or we would meet, on someone's property. It was nice for them to be able to still plan and collaborate and do all of those things without feeling like they weren't able to do things together. So my daughter didn't have a lot of scout experience other than watching her brother go through it. And I thought that she would be more of a sporty kind of kid. My son was not super into sports. I mean, he got into things like tennis and bowling, which are sports, but not necessarily team sports. So when my daughter was doing things like dance and lacrosse and all of that, I was like, okay, well, maybe Scouts won't be her thing. But here, we tried dance when we first got here. I even did some videos while I was sitting in the car waiting for her to be finished with her class. And she enjoyed the class for the most part. It was just really hard to make a connection. And then she wanted to do class again, but at a different place if her friends were doing it. But I don't think they ended up doing it. So she just decided she didn't want to anymore, and that's okay. But one of her friends was like, well, you should do Girl Scouts. And she was like, oh, Mama, can I? And I did Girl Scouts growing up. I started out as a daisy. I put myself in Girl Scouts because there was an announcement at school that said, if you want to join Girl Scouts, stay after school today. And I was like, well, that sounds like fun. So I stayed after school. But I didn't have permission to stay after school. My mom was at work, and I was supposed to get on the daycare van. So there was the lovely little Girl Scout leader waiting for me on the curb for my mother, who was very frantic and upset with me. And I was like, what, I want to be a Girl Scout, Mom. And I stayed a Girl Scout even after we moved. It wasn't the same. If you've been with, a group of people for so long and then you end up changing groups, that makes it difficult. But I stayed in and did all the things. But after all of that, and after my son being in Scouts, I really didn't want to do Scouts again. Not that I have anything against it, I just tired. But she wanted to do it, and if she wants that experience, even if it's to realize she doesn't want to do it anymore, that's okay. So, we're doing Girl Scouts this year, and selling cookies, and all the badges and things that come along with Girl Scouts. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the next year brings when it's time to sign up. Who knows? But that is all of my yarn. I have balled it all up. And if you've made it this far, well, congratulations, because this is the February hidden giveaway video. And I am going to be giving away this Rita bag. So this is one of the bags that I ordered from Lena's Designs Rita. I showed all of these in a video, and I did say that some of them would be in Happy Mail for people, and others would be in giveaways. I have sent some to people, but this one is so very joyous and happy with the rainbows on it, if you can see that. And there's like little suns coming off of there, and her stitching in here with the rainbows. It does have a little strap that you could like strap it to something, or if you wanted to wear it on your wrist, you could. But this is the giveaway for February. It is a physical giveaway. Last month I did a digital one, and there will be something very, very big coming up for March because it is my birthday. It will be my 40th birthday, and hopefully it's going to be a good birthday. I'm always happy to see my birthday, but I want this one to be extra calm and peaceful, I hope. So, what do you need to do to get this bag? In the comments, I want you to put the word rainbow. That will be your keyword. And please do not mention that this is a giveaway. Please do not share it out as a giveaway. You can, if you do share it out, which I hope that you like it enough to share it out, that you say, make sure you watch till the end, or, watch for a surprise or something like that. But I try not to use the word giveaway because I don't want, one, people who don't regularly watch my videos to enter, and two, all of the spam and all of the bots and all of those things. If you don't put the words in the description or in the title, they tend not to show up. I'm not going to say it never happens, but they tend not to show up. And I do take other precautions with the winners and things like that. But, I will never say you need to click this link because you won, or I'm not going to reach out to the winner unless I specifically say so. But the winner must always contact me. And in order to win this giveaway, you have to be able to accept packages from the United States, because I will be mailing it from my base address. So if you cannot accept packages from the United States, then if you win, you can pay it forward. You do have to be 18 years of age or older. You do have to understand that I will ship it to you, but if there are any customs, duties, taxes, or fees on your end, then you must pay those. I will not be responsible for those. It is open worldwide. So like I said, if you can receive packages from the US, then you can be in the running. So I think that's everything. And I will try to remember to put all of the rules in the description box, but I will not use the word giveaway in the description. So I hope that you've enjoyed chit-chatting with me. If there's anything that you want to share about how your weekend has gone, please feel free. I am going to set this aside because it does not need to come to work with me. This needs to go in the recycling bin. And I am going to get ready for bed. It is kind of late for me, so I'm going to get ready to go to sleep. And as always, be the change you wish to see in the world, everyone. Ciao bella!